Hello, my name is Kelsey Tackett, and I'm a reading and science teacher at South Floyd Elementary School. My resource teacher and I wanted to come up with a unique way to make sure that our females and our diverse learners were participating and involved with the STEM education and initiatives that our district are doing. By having this conversation, we decided that we wanted to start a Girls Who Code Club at South Floyd. Did you know that only 28% of the STEM workforce is made up by females? That's according to the National Girls Collaboration Project. Out of that 28%, the University of Delaware declared that only 2% of that is made up of diverse learners. Our hope is that by creating an additional accessibility to computer science and STEM education, that we could manifest the excitement about STEM education to our students who are both female and diverse learners. The way that this looked like at South Floyd is that we had students stay once a week after school for 2 hours. In the beginning, we started with basic competencies by learning familiarity with vocabulary that's used within coding. We started with some Kano coding kits. We had plenty that were provided to us through this grant. And we had students work on starting to familiarize themselves with block coding. Essentially, we transitioned into Scratch, and then we were able to take our group of students and participants and have them teach other students in our elementary school. This allowed groups of teachers to come together and students of different grade levels to see different ways that STEM education can be involved. One of those ways is we spent a lot of time working with Makey Makey and using Scratch with Makey Makey and going around to the different elementary schools, elementary classes, and being able to talk to those students about how to make it work, what were the different parts, and even the vocabulary that we had mastered ourselves. Eventually, we transitioned into the actual Girls Who Code curriculum, which I'll talk about more in my reflection. But we started and we made our own website for our club, and we started working through the curriculum during that process. In late December and early January, we started with our drone build. So we are also a part of a grant through KVEC that allows us to build and race drones competitively in March. And we worked with Chad Perry and the KVEC staff to build our drone and prepare for that race. Unfortunately, due to unforeseen circumstances, we weren't able to participate. However, my students were able to take some of their coding knowledge and that vocabulary and apply it to that drone process. So again, we established another segue and another interest opportunity for students who might not stay or have participated otherwise. But by having that intentional draw and that intentional communication with those students, we were able to manifest their interest and give them an opportunity to explore. The impacts that came throughout this project is increased communication skills. Students who are diverse learners and females oftentimes are challenged with different types of communication. So we looked at formal communication, how do you present to adults, how do you present to a room full of your peers, and then how do you present to students who are maybe a lower age than you? How do you connect with relatability? How are you able to maintain professionalism? And how are you able to communicate the things that you've learned? We also saw that students had a heightened sense of confidence, being able to present at the beginning and work with their peers and other students at our school and teachers. They didn't feel really confident in and didn't really desire that opportunity, but after practicing and building that confidence, we saw that students were eager to have more opportunities to do that. One of the ways that we saw that manifest was we got to participate in the Innovation Day with KVEC at the state capitol. Our students were begging people to come to our table just to have the opportunity to talk to them about the cool things that we're doing at South Floyd and how they were able to take their coding knowledge and manifest it into different things like our website and teaching younger students, and also in our drone project. There's an accessibility to multiple STEM pathways, so students who had never been into droning or coding were able to start talking the talk and walking the walk by being able to gain that competency and putting it under their belt. Another impact that I saw was new friendships. We had students coming together who were diverse learners who maybe didn't have the same friends as some of the other students that we had who regularly participated in our group before. So we did have a drone program prior to this, and so there was a small sense of established community, but having the students come in and being able to work on coding projects and opportunities gave them a group sense, a team sense, and also by participating in team building, we were able to make new friendships and establish that throughout the school year. And lastly, one of my favorite pieces is the developed problem-solving skills. Students were able to look at different problems with coding, with Scratch, with Makey, with their Kano coding kits, because they were able to build computers and tablets and have to problem solve that out by themselves. I am by no means no computer science expert. Lisa Tackett would tell you the same, neither is she, but we were able to learn a lot with our students just by being able to say, well, this is working and this isn't working. And how do we participate in a growth mindset so that we keep on trying to solve those problems instead of just use it as a roadblock and shut down. That sense of empowerment definitely created a more sense of confidence in our students and participants. The reflections we have from this program is a couple of different things. One is that it was difficult to draw in specific populations that we wanted to work with at first, just because it was something new. There was no reputation, parents were unfamiliar, and so we had to be really strategic about how to invite students and how to get the certain students we wanted involved. Another thing we reflected about is issues with ordering and receiving materials. Our district had changed the process for us, and so that looked a little bit different than maybe it had for KVEC grants in the past, but that's now something that we feel like more confident about moving forward. An additional reflection was that we probably should have started the Girls Who Code curriculum, because it is through code.org. We should have started with that in the beginning, along with the vocabulary and the entry-level things. And maybe it feels more like a sense of urgency now that our school year is cut significantly shorter. But I wish that we would have spent more time working through all the different elements of that curriculum, since it's already set there. And students are interested in mastering all the different parts, but there are several different things, and just to meet once a week for 2 hours after school doesn't always seem to fulfill that same calendar. And the last is being more time oriented to the school calendar and other after school activities. Some of these students are involved in lots of different things, from sports to Science Olympiad to STLP, or they've never been involved in anything at all. And so trying to put all those calendars together and figure out what time works the best for us is one of the things that we will look at moving forward. One of the ways that we want to move forward, and the girls have thought about it themselves, is that there's another grant at our school through the same KVEC grant that allows our FMD population to have a coffee cart in our building. What we want to work on next and moving into next year is to design an app that teachers can use, so that when they order their coffee, it's not just paper slips. So we would be combining those two grants, their initiatives, not the two grants themselves, but to be able to combine those initiatives to move forward, to be able to solve a problem that we're having in our school, and to utilize what we know about coding and technology in order to solve a real life problem. I've been really excited, and so is Lisa, to participate in this grant project with our students. It's been really eye-opening to see kind of what intentionality can bring to STEM education and opportunities. And moving forward, we really hope that this gives and prepares our students with a leg up, so that they can participate in the STEM Academy that Floyd County is going to be announcing later this year as unveiling. And so we hope that these same group of students will then transpire their interest not only into high school, but into career opportunities that they really want to participate in the future. Thank you so much. Feel free to look through the rest of this PowerPoint. We have a lot of cool pictures and a lot of interesting things that we've seen along the way, and we'd love to hear your feedback and your thoughts. You'll see our emails on the front page, so please let us know if you have any questions or comments. We really appreciate it. And thank you so much to KVEC and the KVEC staff and the Holler Boys for constantly helping us and being able to support us through this grant and the drone grant. Our school and our students really appreciate it. Thank you so much.